Hey everybody, Coach Bowman here. And welcome back to another day of juggling. Today is our third day, okay? So by this part of our juggling, we have gone over how to juggle a single scarf, how to juggle 2 scarves, and 3 scarves, right? So today we're actually going to start by reviewing how we juggle with 3 scarves. Now, do you remember how we hold these scarves in our hand? Exactly. What we're going to do is we're going to hold our first scarf is going to be between our thumb and our pointer finger. Our second scarf is going to be in our opposite hand between our thumb and pointer finger. And then lastly, our final scarf, our third scarf is going to be between our last 2 fingers. So it's going to be between our ring finger and our pinky, okay? So remember, we want to pretend like we're in a small closet or a small elevator, right? We don't have a lot of wiggle room, so we want to toss things straight up and straight down, okay? We don't want to try to toss it way out here or way out there, all right? We're going to straight up, all right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, make sure that you toss your scarves high enough so that you have time to catch it. When we toss it real low down here, it's very easy to get away from us, right? So one thing I want you guys to remember is when we are juggling, we start with the scarves to help us learn the rhythm and the pattern. Think to yourself, why would we want to learn the pattern of something before we just fully jump into it? For me, I think that we should learn the pattern because the pattern gives you a feel of the motions, right? So it's 1, 2, 3. Even though I'm still using my tiger claws, have to snatch the scarf down. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Similar to when it's underhand tossing, such as with a beanbag or a ball, where we go 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Now when I'm juggling, I like to sing da 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 da. It's fun. It helps you enjoy it, and it also gives you another rhythm point for your juggling. Okay. So today we are talking about juggling 1 beanbag. Coach Bowman, I can toss a beanbag back and forth to myself. I'm sure you can, and that's why you're here, because you're ready to start learning how. Okay. So the first thing we want to talk about is, remember, we are focusing on one spot, okay? So that means when I look into the distance, I'm using what part of my vision? Exactly. If you remember from the last video, we're using our peripheral vision, right? And our peripheral vision is the vision outside of what we're looking directly at. So if I'm looking at the camera, I can see everything else outside of that up to this point. Anything past where my hands are right now is out of my vision, okay? But if I move my hands up a little bit, I can still see it, right? The reason why we do that is because if I focus on the beanbag, but I had a bad throw with my other beanbag that I was juggling, then it's gonna be a lot harder for me to catch it because I can't see where it's going, okay? So when we're tossing our beanbag, we want to keep our hands level, kind of like we are holding something up, right? Like I'm holding up a tray. We're just toss and catch, toss and catch. An important thing to this is we want to make sure that we toss the ball the same height every time, okay? So when we toss I said ball, when we toss the beanbag, the same height every time, that helps us get a consistency, which what does consistency mean? I'm so glad you asked. Consistency means being able to do something over and over and over again with a similar result every time, okay? So, toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch. Oh, I dropped it. That's okay. This is why we practice. Toss, catch, okay? You want to get the same height toss with both your left hand and your right hand. All right, so remember, this is a building block. All right, we're not going to be on one beanbag forever, but this is where we're going to be at today. Now, if you don't have a beanbag, it's okay. You may go ahead and use something soft like if you have a toy maybe that's square and soft, even if you want to go ahead and use a ball, that's fine. But just know we want to start with something that's not going to be heavy like this. So this is a fun surprise that I have for y'all later on. In a later video, once we learn how to juggle 3 balls, then I'm going to teach you a new skill called armpit juggling, okay? So you're going to have to come back and join me for that one. Today, I want you to pause this if you need to. Look over it and review it as much as you need. I'm going to talk through it, but remember, you can always pause it and go back, all right? The first thing we're going to talk about is 3 scarves. Remember, with our 3 scarves, just like we talked at the beginning, our first scarf goes between our thumb and pointer finger. Our second scarf goes in between our thumb and pointer finger on our opposite hand. It doesn't matter which hand you do it in, whichever is more comfortable to you. And then our third scarf goes in bottom between my pinky and ring finger, okay? And lastly, remember, one beanbag, we're tossing at the same height. We're focusing on the spot. We toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch, okay? Do that until you get comfortable with it. Now, if you're feeling adventurous and you're not ready to go watch my next video yet, try to get creative with it. See if you can, similar to what we did with our scarves when we first started. See if you can spin around and catch it before. See if you can clap in between catching it, okay? Try to mix it up and make it challenging for yourself. But the main thing we're trying to focus on is tossing it the same height with both hands and then catching it with both hands, okay? All right, guys, y'all have fun, enjoy yourself, and let me know how it goes.